Update 6 has brought with it a heap of fun, and I'm personally very happy with the changes as well as some of the bugs in the game. That being said, the weapon systems have had quite an overhaul, so let's talk about these new weapons and the updated creatures, as well as some of the important use cases for those weapons that you might not have considered. Now, I've unlocked the items in the game already with the mod pack utility, which works in experimental. That being said, it's important to note that not all mods are working or have been updated yet. It's just the one that I'm working with. And you can also expect more frequent crashes if you are using mods. I've also just started a VOD channel if you do want to check out my live stream VODs, which start with the new Let's Play series, then do check out the link. I'll put a link in the description below. So that you can access that. It'll be under More Total. Now first we do have the Rebar gun with the 3 new ammunition types. We have the scatter ammo, which is pretty good at closer ranges, but due to its slow reload speed, it isn't necessarily great at dealing with the crabs, which are by far the most annoying enemy currently in the game. Speaking of crabs, the hatcheries will continuously spew out more flying crabs, but do not think that there will be an unlimited supply of them. I've already tried it. I tried filling my world with them. It didn't work. Over time, the flying crabs seem to despawn their crabs, which limits each hatchery to about the vicinity of 6 flying crabs at one time. The next ammunition type that we have is the stun rebar. Now this allows you to stun your opponents, but it does not do damage. If you fire at the crabs, what you'll find is that they will continue to fly in a straight line until the effect wears off. So you can kind of fly, like move in a different direction to them. Now our third rebar ammunition type is the explosive rebars. Now these are probably my favorite addition to the game, as they are not only used as a weapon, but can also clear rocks and vegetation in your factory without you needing to carry a Nobelisk detonator and Nobelisk, or chainsaw and a fuel. It just saves on stacks. We then have the rifle's 2 new ammo types. So we have the turbo rifle ammo, which allows you to release a swarm of bullets quickly at reduced accuracy. And we have the smart ridge ammunition, which automatically veers towards enemies within the reticle. Better yet, the ammo does do more damage, so it can be really effective at clearing areas if you don't like fighting. The Zappo and the Xeno Basher are the same. They've not had any other changes that I can tell. However, if you are looking for more enjoyment out of your bashing, I highly recommend jumping in and fighting down the Coral Spitter Alphas. The reason for this is the killing blow seems to knock them at incredible speed and quite literally knocks the ball, or spitter in this case, out of the park. And there's nothing more hilarious than seeing them bounce between the ridgeline like a pinball machine. Falcon Punch! I do expect this bug to be patched soon, but it really is hilarious to see. And if you think that's fun, you should see what we can do with Nobelisk, but we'll be talking about that later. Now you can ram alpha spitters also with vehicles, and it has the same effect, though they still do not kill other enemies when you ram into them. I don't know why that is. I think it's something that they should add to the game. I think that would be cool. You can also damage vehicles with weapons, but they quickly heal for some reason. And speaking of healing, Pioneers now receive full health heals rather than just the 3 bars. So if you fall and hurt yourself, don't worry, it will go back to full health over time. Next we have the Nobelisk. Now we have the normal Nobelisk, which is the same as usual. However, we also have the cluster Nobelisk. These are great for clearing large swathes of flora, or for that matter fauna, from around the map. And if you're looking for a larger boom, well, you can head over to my Spotify playlist. The link is below, and with it being DMCA free, it can be quite resourceful for fellow content creators. There's also nothing better than listening to chilled lo-fi music while setting off the Nuke Nobelisk. Now these create a larger boom and are certainly more enjoyable to watch, and also have a radioactive after effect which quickly dies down. These can be a bit more difficult to produce though, as they do require encased uranium cells to produce. use. Now, if you are looking for another area effect weapon, you need to check out the gas Nobelisk. Now, I do expect the ingredients to change as it currently requires biomass, and I'm sure there's something else that can be harvested for gas. Maybe in the future. Also, a quick note on changes to the gases in-game. Gases now damage enemies, regardless of it if they're from your Nobelisk gas or from plants and the rocks gases. And another thing to bear in mind is there is a little bug currently that has the plants gases invisible for some reason. Hopefully that's something they'll change eventually, but if you're taking damage and you're near them and you don't know why because you can't see gas, that's the reason why. Finally, we have my favorite Nobelisk ammunition, the Pulse Nobelisk. This is useful for propelling us further at the cost of a small amount of damage. Don't worry, you will heal. And to boost yourself, click the detonate button. And I know it sounds a bit counterproductive, but press the detonator just before you cross it on a slide and jump. The timing will take a little bit of work getting used to, but these will give you a little boost while you're traveling around the map. The other thing that you can do with them is toss them at vehicles, which will also force the vehicle to kind of bounce. So I guess you could do something with that, maybe create a game out of it, but it can take a couple of those Pulse Nobelisks in order to make that happen. But their best use by far is by I can't take this seriously, by relocating doggos, because they don't do much damage. You can actually chain explosions to carry doggos far away. I place one Nobelisk down near the doggo, followed by 4 Nobelisk further away. These are Pulse Nobelisks, not normal ones. And this creates a timer, almost a little delay for the following explosions. And then I go over and place another one in the same direction, slightly further away, several meters. Think of it a bit like dominoes or those incredible marble tracks, but with doggos. The results could be hilarious. Here's what I did earlier. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you'd like to see next in regards to Update 6 gameplay. Thanks goes to our supporters, most notably our Soloeclipse patrons, the Calamity, Cerebral Tag, James Irwin, Firefless and Jerry 2, as well as our Lunars Dixie Chris, Lord of July and Ben, as well as our Blood Moon of the day, which today is Chick Norris. Until next time, as always, ciao for now.